What is going on at Real Madrid? Biggest club in the world is in a rut right now, and Xabi Alonso, Vinicius Jr., and the whole team is struggling. Let's start with the City game, because that game showed the Madrid are not up to par with the world's best. Although Madrid have some of the best players in the world, some of the most talented players, players that everybody would want in their squad. Mbappe, Bellingham, Valverde, Trent, Courtois, notice how I didn't say Vinny, Rodrigo, but they have world-class players all over the pitch. But they're just not playing as a team right now. They look disconnected. The real reason why Madrid have had so much success this season, yes, they did start off very well. I think they were undefeated in the first 7 or 8 matches in all competitions. But the real reason after that, Mbappe has carried this team ever since then. It's been the Kylian Mbappe show. And yes, when you have the best player in the world, that's going to happen. He's going to show his quality, and he's going to show his quality above all his other teammates. And he's played so well this season that he's definitely one of the front runners for the Ballon d'Or. But the team as a whole, especially without Mbappe in the squad, it's just not good enough. And yes, they're dealing with a lot of injuries. All their fullbacks and defenders are all injured. Carvajal is injured. Alaba is injured. Lautaro is injured. Mendy is injured. Trent is injured again. Camavinga is injured. For this upcoming match against Deportivo Alaves, FootMob is predicting that they're going to have Valverde and Dean Huijsen as fullbacks because they don't have anybody else to play there. Moving back to the City game, it was a walk in the park for City. Yes, it was only a 2-1 win. You know, it wasn't a 5-1, 4-1. It wasn't a demolition. But it was such an easy game for City. In the second half, they were just controlling the game. Pep even took out Haaland and Foden. They said, okay, the game's won. No need, let me rest my best players. This game is in the bag. We're just not a threat. At the Bernabeu, at home in front of all those fans, City, it didn't look on the score sheet, on the scoreline, it didn't look like it was such a one-sided game. But it was such an easy game for City. And if you're Real Madrid, you have to be competing and you have to be winning these type of games at home. And maybe it would have been a different story if Mbappe was in the squad, but he's dealing with the injury right now. And he's also going to miss this next game in La Liga. Most likely. But we'll see. But with Mbappe not being there, it's going to be rough for Madrid to pick up points. And now let's speak about the elephant in the room. Well, two elephants in the room. Vinicius Jr. and Xabi Alonso. I was going to get to Xabi Alonso after, but let's start with Vinny. This man was a Ballon d'Or level player 2 seasons ago. He said he was going to come back 10 times stronger. He's going to prove all them wrong. Ever since he said that, he's been shit in the bed. He has been nowhere near world class. He's had moments, but the level of consistency that he showed in previous seasons has not been showed in these last 2 seasons. And even a game versus City where Mbappe isn't in the team. Like, okay, this is Vinny's team. No Mbappe there to sort of get in his way because they both like to take up the same space on that left flank. It's a perfect game for you to showcase what you still got in the tank. And he got locked up by Mateus Nunes, who isn't even a fullback. He's a center mid playing fullback. It's not looking good for Vinny. I don't know what it's going to take for him to go back to that world-class level that he was. Not only his form, but the fact that he's been beefing with Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso is in a hot seat right now. Every single game from the last week or two, they've been saying, oh, if Xabi Alonso loses this, he's going to get sacked. If he loses this game, he's going to get sacked. I saw a tweet the other day where it said if he loses to Alaves, or if he beats Alaves and then he loses to Sevilla, he'll get sacked. Or if he beats Alaves and Sevilla and then he loses to, I don't know what their third match is, he'll get sacked. Look, when you're at Madrid, it's the highest standards. Xabi had a good start to the season, but ever since then, it's been kind of rocky. Like I said, it's really just been Mbappe carrying them throughout the season thus far. And the fact that Vinny and Xabi kind of had a fallout, and if you have a fallout with one of the most important players in the team, it's never going to work out for you, especially at Real Madrid. And Real Madrid are ruthless. In my eyes, if this was Manchester United, we would stick with Xabi for the next season, at least the rest of the season. But for him losing a couple games, I think there's a little bit of a gap between them and Barca in the league table now. They want his head chopped off now. Every single game is a must-win game or else he's gone. Especially for a former player of the team, very good player. I wouldn't say a legend. He was only at Madrid for about 3 seasons. He was part of La Decima. Every single game, it seems like Xabi Alonso was going to get sacked. They said there was a huge report before the City game. If he loses this game, he's going to get sacked. He's still here. He's still here. Maybe they're giving him some leeway. They're going to sack Xabi soon. It looks like Arbeloa is going to be the one to replace him. I didn't even know Arbeloa was coaching or had a coaching license. So you're going to go from one ex-player to another ex-player. We'll see. I think they should give Xabi some leeway. I think he showed his quality with Leverkusen, taking it from a mediocre team to being one of the best and competing for the Bundesliga, competing in the Champions League, almost going damn near invincible. That is crazy. I don't think that gets talked about enough. But with Real Madrid, they're ruthless. And they don't want to wait for anything. They want results right away. If you're not good enough, you're out of there. But I do think Xabi Alonso is good enough. On the form that they're on so far, it's not cutting it for Florentino Perez. What's going on with Real Madrid? I'm not too sure. We'll see if this bad form continues. And if not, Xabi Alonso is out. Vinny, get ready to learn Chinese. And Real Madrid's defenders. Okay, I wanted to point that out. Their defense has been so bad for the last 2 seasons. They leak so many goals. And yes, currently they're dealing with a lot of injuries in the fullback positions. Every single fullback they have in their team is injured or suspended. Obviously, there's reports of them wanting Saliba next summer or Konate next summer. Buy both of them. Just buy both. Buy like 5 defenders. Eder Militao, his knees are made of glass. Being in the January transfer window, if you ever get a defender, get it. Because Rudiger, it looks like he just wants to go out there and hurt people. He's playing the wrong sport, okay? He doesn't even know how to defend at this point. Raul Asensio, you tried it. Send him to I don't know. Send him to another club. I don't think he's good enough to start or play for Real Madrid. Dean Huijsen, he's been all right. And then you're playing Valverde there right back because Trent has been injured pretty much all of this season. So if I'm Real Madrid, you have to invest heavily in their defense in the January transfer window and in the summer. A whole new defense I'm expecting at the Bernabeu next season. Because the way they're playing, it's not good enough. That's going to do it all for this video. If you agree with me, if you disagree with some of the points I made, let me know in the comments below. But that's going to wrap it up. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.